What's up, Supreme Team, and welcome to the channel. It's your girl, DYANAROZAY, and I'm here to bring y'all the latest in news and reality TV tea. Y'all see the artwork, okay? We are talking about Destiny Payton. She got some advice for y'all if you are dating, child. She says she knows how to get it done, and I want to basically share the news, okay? Also, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Garcelle, she made a huge statement, and I'm going to share that with y'all. We're talking RHOA's Kenya Moore, who said she gots to give the people what they want. I'm going to tell y'all what she has going on, okay? And then we are talking about $1 million retainer fee, lead attorney Brian Steele, okay, whose claim of fame, as far as I know him, was the Young Thug trial where he ran circles around Adrian Love, District Attorney Love. Oh my God, that was embarrassing. And District Attorney Love is brilliant, by the way. She really is an intelligent woman. It was just sad to see, child. It was sad. But we are going to talk about him too and what he has going on right now. All right. Along with some other stories. So go on ahead and become a subscriber to this channel if you are not already. Make sure your notification bells are on. Hit the like button, share the video, all the things. Okay. All opinions are alleged, but I am going to back it up. All right. And let's get into the first story. Okay. So the first story, you guys, is a follow-up to yesterday. I got a phone call from Justin Timberlake, okay, who saw the video yesterday and he was pissed, okay? I accidentally added him to a story that had to do with the Backstreet Boys. And baby, when I tell you he called me and he said a little bit of everything. First he said, don't ever in your life associate me with that tired ass boy band Backstreet Boys. He said they are gutter snipes, in the alley, rat crawling, sewer juice, trash can, Backstreet Boys and Nick Carter. He said he will tear all of them limb from limb. I was like in complete awe. I said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He said, cry me a river, okay? Get your ass back on your platform, push your button the same way you did yesterday, and you make sure you retract that story, okay? So I said, if you give me tickets to the next concert, and I'm gonna need two, okay, then I'll do it. And he said, you ain't holding me, damn it, hostage. But because I like you, I will give you the tickets, just so y'all know. Okay, so anyway, I am here to say that I accidentally put his name with the Backstreet Boys. He has nothing to do with them. He is from NSYNC, okay? So yeah, there you go. Sorry again, Mr. Timberlake. Okay, let's move on. All right, let's talk RHOA, Brit, and Angela Oakley. Look, Angela Oakley has her foot on Brit's neck. There's a lot of people out here trying to accuse Angela of being 60 years old. And she said, listen, can someone point to me where I said I was 60? Okay, that's the first thing. And then she pulled a famous line out of Nene Leakes' catalog where she said, I'm 43 to be exact, okay? That's what Nene said to Phaedra when Phaedra said, we ain't the same age because you are older than me. You older than my oldest brother. Anyway, Nene said, I'm 43 to be exact, and that's what Angela Oakley is saying. She is 43, and she doesn't give a damn if she needs a fan, okay, to cool her down in the hot-ass Georgia sun. So what? Get you one yourself. But anyway, I said she had her foot on Brit's neck, and this is what I mean by that. Let's get to it. So listen, y'all. Brit had to shut down her damn comment section because so many people are coming for her, letting her know that she was a bold-faced liar, accusing Kenya of making her lose her insurance license, and then doubling down on it by saying that her license is different from Angela's license, and Angela didn't know what she was talking about, okay? So I talked to you guys about this a little bit on Sunday night, where she said Angela does mortgage and her license has to do with a mortgage, not hers, okay? When people started saying, girl, that's a lie and you can't be trusted, now I'm leaning toward Kenya. She came back out and said, hey, insurance agent here, okay, as if to say, you guys don't know what you're talking about. I work in the industry. Okay. She went on to say that I think it's important that what happens in our personal lives can affect our professional lives. I'm no stranger to that. And I've seen so many cases online where people have been fired from their jobs for behavior due to social media access or camera phones. Yes, you are accurate, but you don't work for anyone. You are an independent, licensed insurance agent, girl, right? So, oh my goodness. Anyway, you are still trying to spin this story. And yeah, Angela Oakley doubled down and said, FYI, this is the case for any state license in all 50 of the United States, be it real estate, mortgage, or any other insurance. Hashtag no shade, okay? But Angela said state licensure in Georgia requires a just cause for investigation, meaning that the licensing board must have a valid reason, such as a violation of laws or rules, to initiate a probe into a licensee's conduct. Okay, so she's not letting up. Angela also said that she holds 2 professional licenses and that her question still stands. What is the just cause? What is it, girl? Okay. And that is when Brit Edie said, listen, Angela is obsessed with her. She put up a picture with the definition of obsessed, child. And then she compared herself to Jackie Onassis. All right. This is a picture of actually Fran Drescher. And she believes that she is up there with Jackie O. Oh my goodness. Okay. Y'all can let me know if y'all think that is true, that Brit Edie and Jackie O are on the same level, or even if Angela Oakley is obsessed with her. What a way to spin the narrative, Brit. But yeah, okay. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. All right, I got another follow-up story for you guys. I told you that the CDC, Center of Disease Control, was looking for Princess Love and Ray J because they are out here spreading cooties big time, okay? I showed y'all that Princess was out here looking like a groupie with her tongue down her estranged husband's throat. And yeah, she came out and said that she got the message. She's turned herself into the CDC and she's getting tested right now, okay? She also said, this is a warning for everybody, never drinking again. That's what she's blaming it on. Okay, the alcohol. She put 4 vomit emojis up. And then she gave a PSA, okay, a warning to those of you who might find yourselves in a bad situation. She said, never mix tequila and Tito's, okay? That is a bad concoction. Tequila and Tito's can have you out here laying it low and spreading it wide, apparently. Y'all talk to me in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. A lot of people who heard that story the other day said, Princess and Ray J are simply toxic, and Princess is never going to spin the block. She's always been on the block. She's on the block just waiting to get picked up. She doesn't spin the block. She just waits for him to come and pick her back up, and she gets in the car every time, okay? So y'all talk to me in the comments. Let me know if you forgive Princess Love, okay? And, you know, if anybody's been out there, y'all might receive letters from the CDC, child. Y'all might get a letter in the mail letting you know what's going on next, okay? All right, if y'all need to go down and get tested. I'll talk to, well, you know what I'm saying. We'll talk about the next story. Y'all just tell me what y'all think in the comments. Next up, let's talk Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Miss Garcelle, child. Last night on the reunion stage, a lot of us already knew that she quit the show, but she didn't just quit the show, child. She stood on business last night on that reunion stage and said, I refuse to even take a picture with these hoes, okay? Including Andy Cohen at this point. So last night when they were on the reunion stage, you know, after they rap, they always get that group photo and they all stand side by side, elbow to elbow, shoulder to shoulder, and they smile and pretend like everything's all good. Well, last night, Andy Cohen was shook when Garcelle said, "No, not me. I'm out. You will not take a picture of me, okay?" And all the cast started grabbing their champagne and looking like, "Well, what's going on?" Well, child, Garcelle is done. Just so we get an example now, did she talk to Andy and they probably, you know, left on good terms? Sure. But as of that reunion, she was letting all the ladies know that they could kiss the underside of her A. Okay. Now y'all may remember Diana Jenkins. This is the memory that I had because I expected I wouldn't have taken a group photo for that moment. But Diana Jenkins, previous castmate of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, was accused of hiring a troll farm to come after her son, call him the N-word. Okay, young sons at that. If y'all don't know what a troll farm is hundreds, thousands of people who simply attack someone online. This happens to other content creators a lot. A content creator, somebody who's jealous of somebody, will say something stupid or make up a lie and then incite their followers to go after someone. So hundreds and thousands of people will go to someone's pages, leave thousands and thousands of nasty messages, and it can really affect a person's psyche. Well, they were doing this to a child, okay? And I remember this happened on the reunion. Garcelle was talking about it to Andy Cohen, and Andy abruptly cut her off to listen to her castmates say that Garcelle was lying. Like, "Oh no, that didn't happen. I don't believe that," and all that stuff. And he literally just listened to them, cut Garcelle off, did not, I mean, it was embarrassing. She sat there looking so sick. Anyway, he apologized afterwards, but it was heartbreaking to watch. I'm actually happy that she said F those ladies and she walked off set. She has an open door to return if she would like. So we shall see what happens next, okay? All right, next up, Brian Steele. He is the attorney that everybody wants on their team, including Sean Diddy Combs, y'all. So Sean, I think his case is next month in May. And so he is still selecting attorneys and they got to get themselves acclimated with the charges and what's going on. And this time he has pulled Brian Steele, formerly of Young Thug's trial, which was a big one in the state of Georgia. Thousands upon thousands of taxpayer dollars went into that case. They had so many RICOs, but pretty much everybody walked, including Young Thug, who probably could have left just free of any charge, but he didn't want to be in jail anymore. So he took the plea deal, which puts him on probation for over 2 decades, child. I think at this point, P. Diddy would love even that. Put me on probation for 2 decades. I don't care. But he did bring Brian Steele into the fold as of yesterday. So just so you guys know, he filed to be the new attorney. We shall see if he gets lead action. But yeah, it looks like Sean Diddy Combs is building up that superstar attorney pool the same way that O.J. Simpson did many moons ago. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. If you think anything at all, do y'all think that Brian Steele is the attorney that may get P. Diddy off of these charges? Or, you know, even get him probation? Let me know. Talk in the comments. Well, I told y'all that Kenya Moore got to give the people what they want, child. She has dropped a whole produced video to the song They Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar, where she says she is going to talk and tell the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth. It is actually a really cute video. Y'all can check it out over on my IG stories if you missed it. And then she zoomed in on a ring, a diamond ring that was on her finger, child. Now, I told y'all in my video on Sunday night that Brit Edie was at the table, or not Brit Edie, excuse me, Angela Oakley was screaming on Brit Edie saying, why don't you take responsibility for your part? Tell us about that ring, okay? So I'm telling you right now, there's something wrong with that damn ring that Brit Edie was upset and tightened a jaw about, okay? So this is what Kenya had to say. Check this out. She said, these are my confessions. They had plenty to say. Now it's my turn. This Friday on YouTube, I'm addressing the mess, the rumors, and the real story. Oh, and I have the receipts. Hashtag unfiltered. And then, y'all, she went on to post all, or a lot of, not all, child, because it was flooded, I'm sure, but a lot of the comments that people were saying to her, she posted them behind her head. Let's read them. One said, they better shake the table and invite Kenya Moore to the RHOA reunion. A lot of people are asking for that. Another one said, Lord, here go the crying and playing victim. Nobody is a victim in this situation. You've been antagonizing Kenya for 4 episodes and Kenya took it to hell. Another, an icon, Kenya, the moment more. How many times is Brit going to quote Kenya on the episode? And she did. Her obsession needs to be studied. I know Brit not blaming Kenya for losing her license. Lady, don't piss me off. They really trying to make Brit look like a victim this episode when she's been antagonizing Kenya since the premiere. And the last one said, Andy really let this vile gutter snipe come on this show and flat out say that Kenya started the entire ordeal when she couldn't even specifically name what Kenya did that triggered her. After all Kenya has gave to this show, hashtag watch what happens live. Well, I am definitely going to be listening to Kenya's YouTube channel. I want to hear what she has to say, but something tells me that we need to follow the ring, okay? Follow the ring. There's something going on with that, all right? Let's move on to the next story. Let's talk about Destiny Payton. Now, a lot of people have a lot to say about Destiny, okay? A whole lot to say about Destiny. It typically has to do with money and, you know, her taking either money from her friends or her man, okay? But do y'all remember, this is an interview that she did with Dr. Heavenly. Check this out. I want y'all to hear this because this has to do with something that Destiny said the other day. So check this out. Hold on.
Thank you. You know, my show is called Misdemeanors, but it's going to be called Heaven Help Us because I'm trying to help these hoes. Heaven help us. Yes. Not you. Oh, okay. Not you. No more.
Okay. So Dr. Heavenly, when she was over on Carlos King's page, she was actually ragging on Destiny, saying she is tired of hearing about Destiny needing money from everybody. And she was like, all these people have accused you of basically robbing them or only being in the friendship for the money and the ex-husband and Moses. So all the things. But child, yeah. So she said, not you, heifer, no mo. But we'll see. Hold on, listen to the rest.
You ain't playing. Listen, before we get into it. Okay, let me know. What did you say? Why is everybody giving her money? And I don't understand. They be giving Phaedra money too. She proud of this shit. Oh. Okay, well, I'm saying. I got on Carlos about it too. I said, you just sit up there and let her just basically call your castmate out. Like, and you ain't even support that you actually giving us checks. I'm sorry. There's people just leaning into storylines and making up stuff. There you go. They leaning in. Me? No. Oh. We got some new people that's trying to say they gave me money. Well, when I talk about people, I like to use names, but you know what I'm saying? Oh, so Sonny. Okay. She made a comment. You said Melody gave her money, Sonny gave her money, Moses gave. Well, first of all, Moses was my man. That's what he's supposed to do. Thank y'all. It starts damn it.
Okay, y'all got that? She said Moses was her man and he's supposed to give her money. That's number one. And then she went on to try to clean up all the other things that was being said. But yeah, the other day, y'all, she did a poll on her channel asking people if they thought a woman should come to the table equally yoked with as much money in their pockets as a man, or if they should date men with more than them. And yeah, this was interesting. Okay, so here's the poll. She said, do you agree? Okay, I like to cover up people's face when I don't have permission to use their content or their artwork, but I will let y'all hear what was said, okay? So check this out.
Hear women say, you know, I wouldn't date a man if he didn't make over six figures, but you don't make six figures.
You don't make six figures.
You know, I wouldn't date a man if he doesn't look like this, but look at yourself in the mirror. You know, how can you have these high expectations of other people, but you're not living up to those expectations yourself? You know?
Okay, so she asked, do you agree? Do you, if you are a woman and you're sitting up here saying, I want to date a man who makes six figures, do you require, is it required that you also make six figures? And then Destiny wanted to know after saying, listen, my man is supposed to take care of me. And she does believe that way. She said that a couple of times. There's a lot of women who believe that way. Just not just her. Okay. But she said, yeah, that's, you know, that's what men are supposed to do. They're supposed to take care of you. But that was the question. I did check to see what y'all was talking about because I wanted to get the answer. And a lot of women agreed. In fact, 91% of people who answered the poll said, yes, you should come to the table with just as much. And 9% said, no, that's not necessarily, you know, a deal breaker. If you don't make it, that doesn't mean you shouldn't take the opportunity to date someone who has it like that. Okay. Now I'm asking y'all the same question in the comments. Do you think you have to be, as a woman, you should be equally yoked with your partner? If your man is making 30,000 and you're making, I don't know, 100,000, are you going to overlook that man and the love he gives to you because he's making less? Or if that man happens to be making 200,000 and you're making 50,000, are you going to walk away from that relationship because you don't make as much? Talk to me. Okay, y'all remember this was an argument on RHOA with Todd and Candy. When he first married her, he said he didn't want that Rolex watch because he ain't got it in his pocket like that. So he's not going to accept any type of expensive gift from her. And then lo and behold, he gave it a good 6 months and the man was like, F it. Nah, I don't know why I'm punishing myself. The answer is no. We love each other. And, you know, if this is what she wants to do for me to show her love, I will allow that. Talk to me in the comments. Let me know what y'all think, okay? About all the stories, actually. Like the video, share it, become a subscriber if you are not already. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me, and I'll check you on the next one.